Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Character Inspiration with Calv. I know it's been a while since I did the last one. I think I'm going to do them when I'm ready to do them. I think trying to do them every week was too often for me, because that's building 3 characters a week almost, so, which is a lot. Try to do them at my own pace now. So this week is Cleric, or this time is Cleric, not necessarily this week, but I have done Cleric. As normal, I have good, neutral, evil as the spread, so that you get kind of, depending on what you as a player want to do, or you as a GM want to have an NPC in your game. And Cleric, human, we're still human, so human Cleric. The first one I decided on Life Domain. I mean, it's pretty basic, unfortunately, but Life Domain is pretty awesome. Really good at healing, really good at keeping people alive. So it's a solid build if you want an NPC that's just a healer for the party. Do they get... And they get heavy armor, so they could be a walking heal tank. Or a Hank. And this one I chose the Acolyte background. I want to say it's in this one. It is, which is very basic and simple, very easy. You grew up in the church, so and this one follows Lathander, the god of rebirth, renewal. So maybe they were orphaned, which is a common theme, or maybe their parents grew up in the church, and so they existed in this church and very devoutly followed Lathander in such a way that they were able to get communication. They were able to, so Lathander started talking to them because of their devotion. And eventually, when they're ready, they go out to try to heal the world. Which is a good motivation for a character that maybe they want to, it's just healing. They want to go heal people, go to different towns and cure people of their ills so that people don't have to suffer. Or maybe they want to go, because Lathander also hates the undead, which playing a character that hates undead is weird for me. But maybe they also decide they want to go to places where undead are known to be and wipe out the undead so that it can become this new area. It's really up to you, but it follows very easily into who Lathander is. He's got all these churches, so being an acolyte, worked at his temple for years and just kind of not fell into the life, but chose that life and gaining benefits because of it. Okay, so for the neutral one, I decided to go Arcana, which is actually out of Sword Coast, which I haven't played one, but it's very much a wizard cleric. Probably as close to Thurge as we're going to get officially. Very much worship gods of magic and secrets of magic. Obviously more so than a wizard, which is weird. Or you go a different direction. You choose faith of gods of magic instead of choose yourself, I guess. This one follows Azuth, god of magic. Or, crap, maybe he's not the god of magic, but I think Mistra's the god of magic. No, she's the goddess of the weave. Irregardless, you get some pretty solid abilities. You get proficiency in the Arcana skill. You gain 2 cantrips of your choice. From the wizard spell list, you can banish creatures, Fae, and what does it say? Fae, Celestial, Elemental, Fae, or Fiend of your choice. So you can, which is a lot. That's a lot of things. You could just go, poof, bye. I think they run away. It's very much like Turn Undead. Yeah, it's a turn. So they turn, they run. I think, yeah, down here it says if they're specific levels, they're just banished. Kind of have a spell break ability. Excuse me. It's very much like a cleric, but at level 17 you get 4 wizard spells. To 1 6th, 1 7th, 1 8th, and 9th, which, considering, I'm not sure if clerics get. I don't think clerics get wish. I think only 2 classes get wish. So choosing wish at 9th level means that you, as a cleric, can cast any spell in the game at will, which is disgusting. So, and it's a domain spell, which means that you don't have to. Doesn't have to be one of the ones that you have to prep for that, or not. Yeah, prep for that day. So it's pretty good for that. I mean, it doesn't get any armor or anything, but if you want to play a character who's more devout to magic than a wizard is, because wizards are more like knowledge. And the background I decided to go with was Cloistered Scholar, which is actually what my wizard actually has. You're very much, and it fits once again perfectly with this. You pretty much exist in a library, so maybe you're Candlekeep or really anywhere. I mean, you could even be in like Sigil with the giant, or Sigil. I think it's pronounced Sigil, with the giant library. Anywhere with a big library, you could justify. This would also work with. I don't think that exists anymore. Actually, the place where our Salvatore book, the Cleric Quintet, the sweeping something. I don't know, but anyway, so character. Once again, it's could be really anything. You found solace and maybe something bad happened to you. Parents were killed, or one of your parents was killed, or you had to flee somewhere, and you found solace in the knowledge. Maybe your dad or your parents owe debt to somebody, and so you being able to read at such a young age, maybe you decided to try to find some way to help them out, and then in that you started gaining a craving for knowledge, and so you just love books, anywhere with books. So, which is a solid. I really like the library access, especially in a game where there's a lot of libraries. Being able to go in there without having to pay a fee. I mean, it's not a big deal depending on the fee, but you gain access to any library, really. So that's kind of a big deal. Once again, depending on the game, you could be whatever. And this one's neutral because I've read about Mordenkainen and how he's very much keeping the balance. So this could be, there is dark ways to use magic and good ways to use magic, and so knowing the difference, you're a very knowledgeable person, and so you go out to learn more about magic because you can only learn so much in one library. Go to different libraries to learn more about it, and in the process, spread knowledge. So maybe you want to start your own library, or you have a traveling library. My wizard's going to build. I intend to build like an extra dimensional library. Essentially, just a pocket dimension library, like a massive pocket dimension library where all of his books can go. And then maybe I can give people permission to go in there, and then it could be the greatest collection of books, which is kind of lame for most people, but depending on your character, that's a cool thing. And you crave knowledge, or you crave knowledge about magic. So I like the idea that maybe this character wants to spread the word, spread knowledge, because the only way society will grow is if with knowledge. Usually fear is because people lack knowledge, so spreading that knowledge so people know better could change the balance of things, I suppose, or making educated decisions instead of making ignorant ones. It all depends on the character, so that would be a lot of fun to play. So for the third one, evil, I went with Tempest, which is a good one. Actually, probably faster to do that. Tempest is disgusting. They are really, really good. So, Tempest Domain, proficiency in martial weapons and heavy armor. Like a lot of clerics, they get martial weapon proficiency having heavy armor. Wrath of the Storm, up to your wisdom modifier per day. If somebody hits you, you could make them take 2d8 lightning or thunder damage. So you're a melee character, you run in, you're just laying waste to things. People hit you, you hit them back. I mean, it's pretty dope. Destructive Path, you can maximize thunder or lightning damage when you use your channel divinity. Thunderbolt Strike, when you deal lightning damage to a large or smaller creature, you can push it up 10 feet away from you. Divine Strike, you're dealing thunder damage. With weapon attacks and Stormborn, you gain flying speed. The background I went with is Sailor, but because if this is the evil character, why not be a pirate? Did I kick? Oh, I kicked Soldier instead of Sailor. So you're essentially, maybe you were kind of a rascal and ran away to join a pirate crew, or trying to join a crew, or maybe you started some stuff and were imprisoned on a ship, or maybe this pirate crew or a pirate crew attacked the ship that you and your family were on, and they kidnapped you. They stole you because you could be useful. Either way, at some point, obviously, I went with Talos because he's the god of storms. Stormlord. So he's the god of storms. And you joined the crew. You liked it. You liked to have the freedom of being evil and stealing from people and taking what you want, and so you enjoyed it, and you caused lots of destruction, and so maybe Talos took notice, and so you said, "Sure, what's up, playa? Let's do this." I don't know how your character would talk, but you decided to strongly. You could have been worshiping him anyway because he's a god of storms. So being the superstitious lot, you maybe just took notice because you caused a lot of destruction. I don't know, but you eventually gain ability from it, and now you're a fearsome pirate. I mean, it could stay. It would work really good if it was on always on a boat. I mean, a lot of these abilities. What are you doing? A lot of these abilities. I mean, heavy armor, not so much on a boat unless you get. Although getting like full plate that's gives you swim speed, like, or whatever, would be pretty dope. People are like, "Oh no!" When you jump in the water, they're like, "What an idiot!" And then you're like, "Burr, burr," and they're like, "Oh crap!" But I mean, especially at level 17, you get a fly speed, do thunder damage. I mean, it's solid. You jump onto the other boat, you're just waylaying people. They're hitting you. They're getting knocked around. So I mean, you're pretty much, if it's a minion, there's a good chance you can kill it. If they hit you, you could kill them with one. So, plus all of the cleric abilities, like doing maximized thunderbolts. That's disgusting. Because that's call lightning. Call lightning is alright. Thunderwave. Maximize Thunderwave. Everybody in the area. Boom. Like, destructive wave. Insect plague. Like, there's a lot of good things. There's a lot of good lightning spells that you have access to. So, just cause pure destruction. Or maybe you want to go onto land. Either way, Tempest is a really, really good build. And you're just an evil Tempest cleric. Wanting destruction. So, do with that what you will. Yeah, so that's kind of the idea for the for the clerics. I enjoy clerics. I played clerics a lot in 3rd edition and was forced to be, well, I wasn't forced to be a cleric, but there's a certain thing that people don't understand that, yeah, you can heal yourself, and there's a lot of good healing, but I guess clerics aren't the best healers. Apparently druids are with their level 3. But clerics are solid. I mean, they can run in, they have really heavy armor, so they can tank, they can fight, they do damage. I mean, they're solid a class. They're probably one of the best classes. I like wizards better, but clerics are definitely pretty incredible. Yeah. So that's it for this episode. Next time will be Bard. Oh, I hate Bards. I'm a terrible Bard. I think that's why I hate Bard, just because I'm just not good at playing a Bard, because I can't sing as a person. I'm terrible at telling random stories. My roommate is incredible at it, though. Good lord, is she an amazing Bard. Just randomly spouting out stories, and I'm like, I get that you're stealing these from, like, Star Wars or Harry Potter, but it's still, the fact that you're coming up with it is just mind-boggling. Off the cusp, so... Yep, so next time will be Bard, and then Barbarian, and then I'll probably have to do Human Paladin. But I have been playing a lot more since then. And then eventually we'll shift on to a different race. And we have a lot of races to go through, so if I keep doing this, I will eventually run out. I might do Artificer. I might do Human Artificers. Although there's only 2 builds for Artificer. I might do 2 Artificers. One, just because I really like the Artificer. Oh yeah, I don't have the Ravnica book. I don't think there's any new clerics in there. I think it's only Druid and something else. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And comment, like and comment. Make sure you hit the bell, ka-ding, to get notifications about future videos and when they come out. And as always, I will catch you guys next time. Cav out.